All hail the Clicks crew! Alright guys, today we're covering more of the Heroclix Rules updates for 2021. This one is Rules Update 6 called It's a Combo. So if you want to go ahead and check out the article for yourself or open it up so that you can read along with this video, just go over to heroclix.com, click on that press room tab, and it's right there on that page. Easy enough to find. But these changes do come into effect for the April release of Wonder Woman 80th Anniversary Heroclix set. So these aren't quite happening yet as the recording of this video, but they're happening very soon. So we're going to go ahead and check them out. And then at the end of the video, I will be giving my thoughts on these changes. So let's go ahead and take a look. But before we get into this video, now's a good time to let you know that Mr. Clicksflix is sponsored by Lucky Dice Cafe out of Huntsville, Alabama, home of the ROC. No matter if you're in the United States or around the world, Lucky Dice Cafe has the winning role for our gaming needs. You can visit them at LuckyDiceCafe.com or on their Facebook page using the link found in the description of this video. Mr. Clicksflix is also sponsored by TrollandToad.com, one of the largest online gaming retailers. Visit TrollandToad.com and use the promo code MrClicksflix for 5% off your Heroclix order today. Alright, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this rules update. Alright, so here we are, rules, Heroclix 2021 Rules 6. It's a combo. Alright. Greetings to all the masterminds out there in Heroclix land. Today's article is going to highlight some of the new combos that will be possible under the 2021 Heroclix powers and abilities card. By the way, I will have videos for all the updated powers and stuff like that. There'll probably be a shorts version of it. That's kind of why I did the shorts. And then I was like, oh, we're coming out with a new PAC. There's no point in doing this. That's why I quit doing that. So when the new one drops, I'll start the shorts again, and each power will have its own video. So make sure that you're subscribed and you have the notification bell rung so that you can see those when they become available if you want to see that. At the end, we're going to address some of the most common general rules questions we've gotten on the previous articles. Using more standard powers together is usually more fun. Players have already seen the changes that are coming for the combat experts that let them combo more. But some of the abilities will have more combo potential as well. Read further for more details. Why let more powers combo? Combos are fun. Even more fun when it allows superheroes to feel more super. To address this, we are making changes so that more abilities improve your attack instead of replacing them. Certain standard powers still require a dedicated action and will remain in the attack replacement column, but you will notice the list of standard powers grew considerably in the attack improvements column by removing their dedicated actions close range power to activate. This is where the fun begins. Attack replacements. Flurry, mind control, energy explosion, pulse wave. Okay, so these are the things that replace your standard attack. Attack improvements, so these are things you'd be able to use when you attack, like kind of in addition to. Force Blast, the knockback portion only. Blades, Claws, Fangs, Quake, Super Strength, the knockback portion only. Incapacitate, Penetrating Psychic Blast, Precision Strike, Steel Energy, Range Combat Expert, Battle Fury, Exploit Weakness, Close Combat Expert. The Battle Fury is the Avoid Shape Change part only. Power actions. We'll scroll up a little bit before we read that. Power actions. Charge, Force Blast, the power part only, Hypersonic Speed, Running Shot, Smoke Cloud, Telekinesis, Barrier. Charge and Running Shot can have the attack portions of their effects replaced with attack replacements. So what that means, you're still going to be able to do Charge, Flurry, and stuff like that. Your character can use any number of standard powers listed under attack improvements at the same time that apply for any kind of close for that kind of attack, close or range. I don't know why I forgot how to read there for a second. It seems like the rules are still governed by the usage of close, range, and power, but we think that these categorical list is easier for how to think about the powers you can't use. Telekinesis with running shot, since you can't use two power actions together. You can use flurry during charge because it just replaces the attack. Hypersonic speed doesn't have the same exception that charge and running shot do for balance reasons. As a reminder, there's no change here looking at the attack improvements. Some of them don't work together by the nature of their abilities. For example, Blaze Claw's Fangs only works on a single target, but Quake might give you multiple targets. The combat experts only work at closer range. As a result, you'll never have a single attack with 12 standard powers improving it. Still, being able to charge, flurry, Quake, close combat expert, steal energy will be pretty wild. I agree. Rules changes from earlier articles. So this is kind of like a little question and answer portion. How does my character with Colossal Stamina as part of a trait or special power work now? Answer. There will be a rules forum post. So for those of you that don't know, if you go to heroclix.com, you can click on rules and it'll take you to a rules forum. Yes, you do have to register to look at it, but it's free, so it's not a big deal. With some more precise wording, but characters with Colossal Stamina as part of a special power or trait have the same gameplay as Colossal Stamina from the 2017 core rules and PAC. For reference, the 2017 wording on Colossal Stamina. This character can be given a costed action even if it has 2 action tokens. This does not receive an action token for that action. After results, deal it 1 penetrating damage and don't clear action tokens this turn. Okay, so they addressed, I saw that question pop up a lot, so I'm happy that it was addressed. How will my characters work that can use Close Combat Expert or Range Combat Expert as free or at no cost? We'll be posting exact wording errata to the rules forum, but those characters will get a chance to make a close or ranged attack, so they're actually going to be a little stronger than before. This would apply to characters like Champion from Avengers, Black Panther, and the Illuminati, or Frenzy from the X-Men the Animated Series release. Trying to match those characters to exactly what they did before wasn't in the spirit of the new rules and would be very wordy from a rules perspective. Q3. Okay. How will my character work that can telekinesis but only to do something that telekinesis no longer does? We'll be posting exact wordings to the rules forum for characters that this applies to, like JLU 055 Stargirl. As much as possible, these figures will work like they always have. In the future, standard powers or traits still might allow for special versions of telekinesis. Question 4. What's happening to water and obscuring terrain? Water terrain will function like clear terrain for movement and line of fire purposes, except for special effects that specifically interact with it, like Susan, Queen of Atlantis. Obscuring terrain will be functionally identical to hindering terrain moving forward. We will not utilize obscuring terrain. Now, we had heard for a while now that they were getting rid of obscuring terrain. Seems a little bit more clearly now why they were doing that, because they probably knew they were changing hindering to make it effectively obscuring terrain anyway. Q5. Given the new rules on knockback, what about characters that specifically say how much knockback they do, or that they do an additional X knockback? Since special powers or traits can supersede the rules of the game, nearly all of those characters will still work as printed. There might be some exceptions which will require an errata. Also, there will no longer be falling damage after being knocked back to a lower elevation. Why has why was Flurry why has Flurry been eliminated? It hasn't. We've seen feedback, and some players have assumed since closed attackers can multi-target that Flurry won't be sticking around. It will, and it's even better on characters that can multi-target. Your close attacker could target 2 opposing characters with the first attack of Flurry. If they roll high enough to hit one character but miss the other, they can apply the full damage to the hit character and make the second attack with Flurry for another shot at both characters the second time. We'd also like to give a special thanks to players who reached out to let us know some figures that they think we'll see play and are excited to try out after the 2021 rules are in effect. Check out these figures: Static, the rare Static from Justice League Unlimited, Huntress, number 33 from Justice League Unlimited, Ninja from Batman the Animated Series, Trapster from Fantastic Four. Thanks for keeping up to date with the rules changes. We're receiving lots of feedback through feedback@wizkids.com, and we'll be sure to try and answer most of the common questions in the next article. Okay, so there we go. This is a pretty good article. I don't really have any complaints here. As far as the question and the answer part, basically it was a bunch of it works how it says on the card, or it will work. Like pretty much the way I always viewed it is the cards were like, hey, we know this is the rule, this figure breaks that rule, and this is how. So it seems like they're going to keep doing that. And then anything that doesn't quite jive is going to have an errata for it, which is fine. I do hope that if they're going to have a lot of erratas, that they're going to, at least for anything modern age, after retirement this year, so anything that retires in June, I would hope that they'd be like, hey, send us your copy of your card and we will send you a copy of the new card back. That would be really cool of them to do. So as far as the powers go, this seems fine. It looks like a lot more things are going to work together. I will be over at patreon.com/MrClicksFlicks putting together, well, I'm putting together now, a flow chart on how these are going to be working together. I kind of want to wait. I have it set up, but I want to wait for the actual PAC to be in hand so I can make sure that there's not extra stuff I need to put it on, because I'd hate to do it, publish it, and then have to like do a second one right away. But yeah, I mean, this seems good. I like that the combat experts are going to work with their respective move things. I do think TK, since they kind of powered it down a little, I wish TK worked as an attack improver. I don't think it's so powerful that it shouldn't be able to, especially since it's really only a placement thing at this point. Basically, you're foregoing an entire attack, so why can't it just be an attack improver? But anyway, overall, this is a good rules article. I'm satisfied with it. So you guys let me know in the comments below how you feel about these particular rules changes. I always find that stuff interesting and fun to read. Make sure that you like and share this video so that as many people can see these rules changes as possible, because I suspect there's going to be some people caught off guard. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. And that's all I have for you guys today. As always, please remember that it's zone critical miss if you don't have probability control.